OMG, we are back. Hello, it's Kirsten Liebelt. Happy Friday. We love Fridays. How are you doing? It's so good to be back with you. Jump on in. Let me know where you're coming in from. If you're on the replay, always let me know you're on the replay. And tell me how you are doing. So if you don't know anything about my content or who I am, I have a hair like being seriously out of place. What is up with that? My name is Kirsten Liebelt, and I live in Minnesota. And I was just in Florida this last week for a business thing. We got stranded with all the weather, etc. However, I basically come on and talk to you about insulin resistance Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And we've done this for over 2 years now. So this is like a show. And really my goal is to help women over 40 get unstuck, because I am 150% convinced that women are sliding into their 40s. They're insulin resistant. They do not know it. And then they spend the next decade after decade after decade chasing weight loss, trying not to be on more meds, chasing feeling like crap, chasing all of the things. And I'm here to say, through my lens, and this may or may not be for you, right? Because I'm not for everybody. The trunk of the tree is insulin resistance, and everything else comes from that. And if I can help you to get your body to deliver you a different result, would you be interested in that help? That's what I'm here to say. Golly jeepers. I got such a great message yesterday. I'm going to read it actually. So if you join in, Marilyn, I'm going to read your note to me yesterday. Well, I was in my comments, so it was on public, whatever. But Terry, hello. I know. Welcome back. I'm back home. I'm back in my own little space. I had my own bed, my own pillow. It was great. So although, I mean, you know, there's just nothing wrong with enjoying time away with your husband. And I mean, we just had such a great time. It was just like, we love Florida. We love sun. We love walking the beach. We love doing all of the stuff. So it was great. But time to be back in Minnesota. And you know what? While we were gone, you guys, they had this major snowstorm. Like I'm talking 10 plus inches. Boom. They got totally slammed. And now I look outside, totally gone. We missed the whole thing. And tomorrow is supposed to be like 75. Now, don't be confused. In Minnesota in March, we're in March, right? 75 is for a half a minute, right? I mean, it'll be back in the 40s again on Sunday, but that's not the point. So anyway, all right. Good to see you guys. Good Friday. Happy Good Friday morning. Marla, Peggy, good to see you. Everybody's in the house. This is very, very good. So, you know, this week we still were going live. If you kind of missed any of them, just to let you know, I was going live over on my business page. So when you're on my Facebook, and you see, if you're on my my Facebook page that says Kirsten Fragale Liebelt, Fragale, that's my personal page. And if you see how it says just Kirsten Liebelt, that's my business profile. So over there, like the banner is some food, like a lemon and an avocado. You'll know that that's my business page. On my personal page, my banner is like my family. So I'm just telling you that because sometimes people are like, I don't know where to find you and I don't know. And I had to choose one platform for the last few days just because I only had one device. And so that's the one that I chose. And so you can go back and watch replays if you want to. You don't have to, but that's where they are. If you want to see them, they'll be up for 30 days. We do have a brand new free 5-day challenge coming up on Monday, April 6th. It will go from the 6th through the 10th in the group Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women. If you've not partaken in any of the challenges, you might want to consider this. We've been doing this for almost 3 years. I'll put it so it'll scroll up here on my Facebook and YouTube. 3 years, you guys, almost 3 full years. We do this free every single month. And I feel like it is very helpful because what it does is it gives you a visual and a thought process and kind of, I'm hoping to like take the hard out of your brain about changing out food ingredients. And so I do teach grain-free, legume-free, and sugar-free for somebody who's insulin resistant to get like the biggest bang for your buck, so to speak. Like it really moves the needle on what you're trying to accomplish. And then you feel terrific. And I'm all about feeling terrific. Like if I'm going to feel like trash, like, oh, I'm just not into that at all. Anyway, so get into the group. When you search that, you can just, you enter your email, tell them Kirsten sent you, and it'll be 1 p.m. Central on those days, Monday through Friday. And that's what we have for you for that. And then today, what I really want to do is I want to talk to you just a little bit about, hold on, I'm going to take that off. I want to talk to you just a little bit about like what is the number one thing that you should be paying attention to if you want to get results? What is the number one thing? And honestly, it's the blocking of fat because you have a sluggish liver. And so I kind of wanted to like put a little bit of understanding, like clarity, like let's go super simple, streamlined. Okay, let's do that. Joanna, good morning. Good to see you. Jody, look at your insulin results for a year to date. Next photo. Oh, shoot, I can't see a photo. Oh my gosh, Jody, I'm so excited. So she's been on this journey for a full year. And I'm so excited. I want to find out. I will have to look that up. Jackie, good morning. Good to see you. You guys, listen, if you can start to get your body to go like turn tail and run a different direction, you're going to have different results. And the whole idea is that whatever your body is producing for you right now, if you don't like it, you can change it. You can change it. People will say, oh, so you don't believe the studies? And I'm like, which ones? Which studies are you talking about? Because the doctors that I follow and the third-party resources that I use, they have their own, ways of communicating how to get your body to produce a different result. So anyway, Linda, good morning. How are you doing? Luana. Oh, you guys, it's almost like a little party. How nice. I love this. I love this very, very much. Okay, so let's jump in here. Let's jump in. And again, if you're on live, let me know if you're new. Let me know if you're new. If you're, if you've been around forever, put OG, put old guard or something like that. Let's find out who's been around for a while and who's new. It really does help me to know who I'm talking to as well. But here we go. So everyone keeps telling you to eat less and move more. We talk about this all the time. This is like there's such a frustrating tagline that they chose for insurance companies and for the medical matrix. Eat less, move more. And it literally means nothing. It's really, really just kind of sad because it's not the conversation. And you'll understand by the end of this why. But if your liver is the reason your body won't lose fat, then eating less and moving more isn't what is necessary to get your body to do something different. So if your body feels stuck no matter what you do, this is the organ that nobody's talking about. I never, ever, ever in my lifetime thought that I would be talking and excited about the liver. Like I never thought that at all, right? So there you go. Your liver controls whether your body stores fat or burns it. Not your willpower, not your calories, your liver. Your liver. This is why I just cannot stop talking about trying to get women to understand that the old ways, if we're going to spend decades now from our 40s into our 70s and 80s, chasing weight loss that seems so elusive, chasing a different size that seems to be so far away, chasing better lab results, chasing wanting to get off of meds or whatever, and we don't have the core understanding of the root cause of what is messing us up. I mean, honestly, it's exhausting. It's just exhausting, and we're so over it. And it just feels good to finally maybe have somebody listen to you, or for somebody to finally like even just hear you when you're saying like, no, there's something that's not quite, like I can't put my finger on it. I just keep circling it. And it's like, okay, so let's just talk about your liver. So think of your liver like a traffic controller. Every single thing you eat, drink, breathe, or absorb has to go through your liver. This is why we talk about obesogens. That's like the lotions that you're putting on your body. Got to make sure, got to pay attention. I mean, it's just a big deal. The air in your house, that's why I've got air filtration in my home. You have to think about these things. And I know it seems overkill, but it's not anymore. I think maybe it used to feel that way, but now we know that just things are not, we've gone overboard with the chemicals on our carpeting and our, furniture, etc., whatever. But everything that you eat, drink, breathe, or absorb has to go through your liver. So your liver's job is to process sugar, store or release energy, filter toxins, help balance hormones, and signal fat burning versus fat storing. I mean, seriously, why is this not taught to us like in the 9th grade? 9th grade health should be for girls. Listen, if you'll take care of your liver, girls, you're going to get so much further in life because you have to, it's going to help you process sugar, store or release energy, filter toxins, help balance hormones, and signal fat burning versus fat storing. So this is going to be where insulin resistance comes in. What did I say, Terry? Did I say something? You said, oh, what did I say? I don't know what I said. I don't know. That's okay. You let me know if I'm missing something, Terry. You're always on it. Susan, good morning. Good to see you. Hold on. What am I missing here? Hold on. Jody. Oh, she sent me a text. Hold on. Jody sent me a text, you guys. Wow. Okay. So I'm just trying to see like how best to share that. So is that saying, Jody? I don't even know if you're still on. Are you still on? Jan, good morning. You can't wait to hear about my trip. I know, Jan. It was pretty dang amazing. So I'm going to show a graph. I can show the graph, but I don't necessarily know how to read what they are giving you. So that's your insulin. Over the last year, look at her graph on where her insulin went to, okay? You just look at the graph. Can you see I mean, there's not any information on there that's personal. Hold on. Let me make sure that I'm going to screenshot that and bring that down so you can't see any URL on there. There we go. No URL. Here we go. So look at her graph. So you guys, so this is the conversation that we are trying to have on a regular basis is by the time they tell you that your sugars are too high, your insulin has been high for years and decades. So just look at her graph and how that has gone down in a year. Gee, Terry, you're awesome. You're awesome. Autocorrect. I know. I'm happy sometimes and I'm not happy at other times. I'm telling you, I know we're all the same, right? So look at her graph. Megda, hi, honey. Thank you. Megda says, hi, Terry. Oh, you guys are awesome. So this is where her insulin, okay? So remember now, and I'm trying to understand some of the other data pieces. That's okay. Doesn't matter. When you have high sugars, your insulin has been high for a long time. That is your hormone that's being released by your pancreas to go and gobble up the glucose that you're eating, the food, the energy that you're giving your body, and it's trying to put it in the cell. And when the cell is resistant, it can't get anything in the cell. This is why you're exhausted and why you're having issues. But in the meantime, then it's laying down, because it's a fat storing hormone, it's laying down fat. So you've got to get those insulin markers to go down, down, down. And that is, oh, Susan, I'm so glad. I know. And I was live over on my Facebook business page, and I know not everybody caught that. And so I know I'm glad that you're back too. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. And so getting your insulin down is what will actually help you to start burning fat. Getting your liver function up is actually what will help you to start burning fat. And nobody is telling you these pieces. Few people are telling you these pieces. And they are just touting the same conversation all the time. Eat less, move more, count your points, eat all of this prepackaged food, high intensity cardio, whatever. Those are not the conversations. High insulin is a hormone. So the fact that she is getting her insulin down, I'm just going to do it this way. Hold on. I just want you to see the chart in general. Can I do this? There we go. So let's show you the chart in general. So when she's got over a year, look at how her insulin has come down. Okay. Look at that. That's amazing. That is amazing. So therefore, now she's positioned her body to actually be able to lose fat. Her story is that she went to a doctor and her doctor basically said, you need to look up insulin resistance because that's what's going on with you. She's like, my belly is growing. I'm not comfortable in my clothes. Like, I don't know what to do. Belly, 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 belly. And her doctor said, which is, seriously, like, you guys, this is a big deal to have a doctor actually even tell you the terminology that you need for yourself. No, I was diagnosed pre-diabetic when I was 50 years old. And not one person ever said the terminology to me, type 2 insulin resistant. Nobody ever said that to me. My belly was out of control. My belly was right here. Here's my belly as a 2X in size. This was me at 50. Okay. Nobody was saying to me insulin resistance, but they did to her. And so she went online, typed in insulin resistance. My content came up. She's like, oh, well, and even better, she's in Minnesota. So because she's in Minnesota, Jody doesn't live that far from me. So it's been really fun. So she basically started on part of the supplements in May, did the total body reset in July. Always correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody if I'm telling your story and you're on here live, let me know. Started the total body reset in July. And her insulin has just continued to go down, 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 down. I think she's lost 20 pounds. I have to make sure on stuff like that. But her journey is now going backwards. And if you will grasp this in your head, that you can reverse what's going on. And we're talking about the liver specifically today because your liver is what governs your hormones. Insulin is a hormone. Your liver is what governs the glucose in your blood. Your liver is what helps you with fat metabolization. You are wanting help to lose fat, not weight, fat. And if you don't do the main thing that actually metabolizes fat in your body, you're like brick wall, brick wall, brick wall, brick wall. And it's your 40s, and then it's your 50s, and then it's your 60s, and then it's your 70s. And I'm not even kidding because I have so many of you that are in your 70s and you're on the total body reset. And you're in your 70s because you're like, oh, for Pete's sake, finally, maybe something that makes sense. I got to get my liver going. I got to get my insulin down. I have to, oh my gosh, like nobody has told me this since my 40s and my belly started to grow. Like, how long will we finally hang on to the bad advice that we're being given by the medical community? And I am not against the medical community. I am not against doctors. I'm not. I'm just saying this conversation has lost its way. It lost its way. They stopped, if they ever were, telling us what actually turns back insulin resistance. And when you can turn back insulin resistance, how you can finally begin to get your body back again. I'm not trying to be 20. I'm not trying to go back to my 20s. I mean, I should have appreciated them more when I was there. I should have appreciated my body when I was 30 and I lost a bunch of weight and I looked really cute. I should have done that, but I didn't. It's okay. It's okay. But I'm not trying to go backwards in terms of, I want to relive my golden days. What I do want is I want to stay on the trajectory of the person who Should have been type 2. Gestational when I was 22. Dad died from type 2 when I was 30. Pre-diabetic when I'm 50. Should have been. Should have been. Now I'm 61. I'm the only person in my immediate family to have avoided type 2 diabetes, and I'm not on any meds. When I went to Florida and we got stranded and we couldn't get home for 4 extra days, which, don't feel bad for me, right? Because it was amazing. But my luggage went on to Minneapolis. I didn't, but my luggage did. But do you know the one thing that I didn't have to think about when I was in Florida? Prescriptions. I didn't have to wonder if I was running out, if I needed to get a refill, if I needed to go to a Walgreens, if I needed to make a phone call to a doctor because, whatever. Clear mind, clear head. I was sad that my supplements were running out. I filled them this morning. You can go look in my stories and see. I was talking about that because I was like, oh, meow, meow. I'm out of, I can't complete all of my total body reset. My gut primer is in Minneapolis because I put it in my checked luggage because when I have it in my glass jar, they think it's like, I don't know, laced with drugs or something. I don't know. So they have to swab it. But I wasn't worried about prescriptions. You can bring back your body. And guess what? When you begin to actually burn fat instead of losing weight, I know I'm off subject a little bit because we're talking about liver, but I'm just so, okay. When you lose weight, you can lose muscle, no bueno, water weight, inflammation, impacted waist. That's the kind of weight that people can lose, right? That makes you happy. You stand on the scale, you go, yay, I lost some weight. Yay. But when you burn fat, when you actually burn fat, your body does begin to return to a more youthful version of yourself. Why? Why does that happen? Okay. Number one, because when you are insulin resistant and insulin is laying down the fat, visceral fat, this does connect to the liver. In your liver is right up underneath your boob, your right boob. That's where your liver's at. So visceral fat around your organs, around your intestines, in your liver, and it's from under your boob all the way down to your hip socket, your trunk. Fat, 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 fat. Well, I'm pretty sure that I didn't care if I lost a couple of pounds. I mean, I care, but it doesn't help me when I lose muscle, and it shows up on the scale. I'm actually not happy about that, but I'm conditioned by society to be really excited about the number on the scale. I'm conditioned from the beginning of the diet industry. We have been conditioned to weigh in every week at that TOPS meeting and weigh in at Weight Watchers and the Biggest Loser and number. But now I want to recondition you. So why am I so excited that Jody would send me a picture of her insulin? Come on, you guys come and show me your insulin numbers going down over the last year. Come on. This is where you're going to say, oh, by the way, this insulin number coming down correlated with fat loss, visceral fat loss. That's the correlation. And I know we're so conditioned and I get it. And it's hard in our mental capacity to deal with the fact that we still weigh a certain number or we are still a certain size or whatever. It's like, I get it. It's hard and it's frustrating on our hearts. But listen, you can literally begin to have your body return, like where the toxins, where your hippiness can begin to go down. I'm like a large on top. I can be an extra large on the bottom. It's just frustrating, right? Because you're just like, I've always been a hippie person. I'm like, I don't want to be a hippie person, but that's the way it is. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But you can actually begin to lose that rear, that kind of, and it's probably a lot of toxins and it's a lot of whatever. It just is what it is. You can get kind of that toxic shelf across your rear end. You know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, God bless you. God bless. Go in and enjoy your life. I am really happy for you. Really, I am. Okay, I'm just kidding. But I'm just saying, like, but all of a sudden your body does begin to return. And you're like, I knew she was in there. I knew it. I knew she was in there because I still feel like her. I still feel like her. Tracy, that is the most amazing question. Insulin number, is the insulin number the same as your A1C number? No. No. So your A1C is a compilation of your sugars over the last 3 months. Okay. So they're going to give you an average of your sugars. So when you eat food, this is a super basic conversation. When you eat food and your sugars rise in your body, insulin is released by your pancreas, and it's a hormone. And that will go and, like a Pac-Man, go waka, 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 right? And it will gobble that up and it will bring it into your cell for energy. That's what insulin's job is. It's to go get the fuel. I'm going to get the fuel. And it's trying to bring it into your body for energy and for function. But when your cell is resistant, your cell closes the door because you've had high insulin for too long. So your cell goes wham, door closed. But insulin is a fat storing hormone. So it's going to continue to work on doing its job. It's going to say, oh, the pancreas will say, I must not have released enough insulin. That's strange. Release, release, release. And then the door is still closed. And the pancreas says, oh, okay, well, insulin is a fat storing hormone. Let's take all that extra energy and store it as fat. Belly, organs, intestines, liver, store. And that's literally, you have to reverse that conversation inside of your body. Okay, so that's why we talk about the liver all the time, and that's why we talk about insulin all the time. That's what we do. Amazing when we don't take care of something for a minute in time, you can tell. I know, right? It's so true. Ruth, good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, so back to the liver, just so that we stay on track. So this is where insulin resistance comes in. When your liver gets overwhelmed, it starts storing excess sugar as fat. That fat builds up in the liver. Fatty liver. Now the liver becomes insulin resistant. And the kicker is that when your liver is insulin resistant, are you tracking? When your liver becomes insulin resistant, your body cannot properly switch into fat burning mode. And you're like, mer, mer. Brick wall. Frustrating. So if your liver is struggling, your body is not broken, it's blocked. All right? It's blocked. So you eat, your blood sugar rises, your insulin rises, your liver says, I can't handle this. It stores more fat, especially visceral fat. Your liver becomes more insulin resistant. Insulin stays elevated longer and fat burning goes off. Click. And then it just repeats it over and over and over again. This is the cycle that happens. So this is why, like, I will hear from you guys things like, I barely eat and nothing changes. Or I'm exhausted, but I'm gaining weight. Everything goes straight into my belly. I feel puffy, inflamed, stuck. It's not lack of effort, but that's a metabolic traffic jam. And the frustrating part for me is to watch people like you. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm super excited for every one of you that are in your 60s and your 70s that come to me and go, oh my gosh, like, I cannot even believe that I am finally losing weight, that I'm finally getting results because I'm focused on the right function of my body. I'm so excited, right? So Claudette, 74, in 5 months loses 45 pounds on the total body reset. I'm really excited about that. I am. I really want to get that lady who is in her early 40s. Because listen, you at 74, oh my gosh, you've been chasing this for decades. Decades. Isn't that just ridiculous that that's what we do? So the physical signs are your belly fat that won't budge, especially in your upper belly. Weight gain despite eating better, bloating after meals, you're waking up between 2 and 4 a.m. That's your liver detox time. Your liver can't do what it needs to do. You have skin issues like itchy, maybe you've got breakouts going on, dull tone on your skin, right? Hormone imbalance symptoms. Your internal signs are these. So this is why you can stop being so hard on yourself, so mean to yourself. Sugar cravings, especially at night. You guys just keep going. Just don't stop. Don't stop doing liver. Just keep going. Stay course. Stay the course. Okay. That's why half of the total body reset is all about your liver. All about your liver. Okay. Your sugar cravings, especially at night. Your energy crashes after you eat. You've got brain fog. You feel toxic or inflamed. This was me. That was me. Oh my gosh, that was so me. My brain fog was off the charts. I could not multitask. My cravings were obnoxious. Just like your body screaming for help, right? Okay. Feeling toxic. That was just whatever. So your lab, what do your labs look like when this happens? You end up with high triglycerides, elevated fasting glucose, elevated liver enzymes, sometimes, but not always. But you can have a struggling liver and your labs will still look normal, just to let you know. So sometimes it's the bloating and the belly fat, et cetera, that kind of triggers that red flag for you. Okay. So when you support your liver, this is what will happen. Liver. Insulin will begin to come down. Your blood sugar will begin to stabilize. Your fat burning can turn back on. Your cravings will decrease. Your energy improves. You're not forcing weight loss anymore. You're not fasting and killing yourself with cardio trying to lose weight. You're removing the block that has been stopping it all of these years, all of these decades. And so it's why I don't just talk about food. I mean, I do talk about food. We do that in the group Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women. I do that every single month. We do a free challenge, food ingredient trade outs. I do a tour of my pantry and my refrigerator. I'm all about that. Like, listen, I ate out so much this last week. And to be really honest, after a while, I just hate it because I just know everything is cooked in seed oils. I do the best I can, but I'd sure like to do that every once in a while, not all the time. I'm just saying. So that's why I then go to the grocery store and I buy a lot of my own stuff because now my liver wants me to love it even more, right? I mean, just telling you, like, that's how I feel. It's like, just right? So, but that's why, you guys, like, I am on my game with my supplementation. I was never a supplementer, ever. I was such a lame taking care of myself person. It was not the way that I did things very well. But I'll tell you, when my gut primer left Orlando and went to Minneapolis without me, I was not happy about that, right? Because I know that I have to support my body at a certain level. But because I'm talking to you about what your body actually needs so that it can use the food correctly, finally. Like, if I can prep my body to actually use everything properly when I do eat, like, it changes the game. Okay. So if your liver is overwhelmed, it's not about doing more. It's about supporting what's already struggling. So you're looking to, like, target your nutrients and get your gut supported and get your blood sugar supported. And that's just why I've done the things that I've done, sourced the things that I've sourced for myself. So hold on just a second. You guys are awesome. Good morning, Joan. She says, good morning, Coach. Good morning, Leslie in Australia. I did make it home, Joan. Good to see you too. So how do you ask for your insulin number? You're going to go to your doctor soon for a pre-surgical appointment. Ask if they will run a fasting insulin test. And oftentimes they say no. but you can ask. Sometimes they say yes. That's you all, and you're 54. Yep. Sue, A1C 5.7, great work. Doesn't need the MET anymore. Test in 3 months. 10 pounds off and 3 inches total. That's phenomenal. How long did that, so that's all in 3 months? No, test in 3 months. How long did it take you to get 10 pounds off and 3.5 inches gone total? How long did that take you, Sue? That's amazing. That makes me so happy. You just have no idea. That makes me so happy. Leslie, you have it all up top and bloated so much. Yep. I know. I just really do know that I know that I know. I also wanted to pull up November. So Sue, since November, what was your A1C, Sue? I would love to know. Do you know what your A1C was in November? What is up with my reception? I saw that Instagram. What was your A1C in November? Hold on. If you know, and if you don't know, that's okay. That's just amazing. 6.3. Okay, so here is Sue's testimony. Okay. Her A1C was a 6.3. This is when she started the total body reset in November. 6.3. Now her A1C is down to a 5.7, and she does not need MET anymore. Okay, so I'm not her doctor. I didn't tell her to get off of MET. She's doing this with her doctor. Okay, gets off of MET. She's going to test again in 3 months, but she's now 10 pounds down and she's lost 3.5 inches total. So December, January, February, March, she's in her 4th month. That is so common and so typical, very typical of what I see with people when they do their first 90 days of the total body reset. Not necessarily the med piece, because not everybody's on meds, but losing the inches. And where is she losing her inches? Why does she know what her inches are? Why does she know? Because I tell you guys, when you start the total body reset, get yourself a measuring tape and measure right under your boob, measure your waist, and then measure your hips. Okay, measure those 3 areas, because the visceral fat across your trunk is what you want to go away. See you later, bye-bye. That's what you're looking to lose. This isn't just about numbers on the scale, although I'm excited about your 10 pounds. And I bet your doctor is too. I'm sure that your doctor is very happy about that. But when I started to supplement for myself at my 2X in size, oh my gosh, you guys, like seriously, if you just could if you could crawl into my brain of sugar addiction, feeling like I had no self-control, you name it, you would understand why this is such a big deal. So this is me at 50 right there. I don't know if you can see that. A little bit you can. Okay. 2X in size. And she just didn't know. She just didn't know. But that's what we were doing, right? So I started to supplement because I just didn't think that I was ever going to trade out my foods as an Italian person. And I started with the 3 that I talk about the most. Well, at least that's my foundation. So everything that I talk about in the total body reset, I sourced. I sourced for me, and then I talked to you about it. And so Sue is basically saying she's now going into her 4th month of using supplementation to help her body deliver her a different result. And it did. 6.3 down to a 5.7. She's off of MET. She'll retest in 3 months. She's down 10 pounds and 3.5 inches from her trunk area. Okay. Why? Because, so the total body reset, this one is for your liver. This little one, right? That's twice a day. This one is for your metabolism, twice a day. This one is for your sugars and your insulin. This is 3 times a day. Now, this one is getting they're going to reformulate this one, which is, it's shocking in the sense that it's already so incredibly effective. I'm not even kidding you, but I'm just saying it, but they're going to make it even better, which is amazing. But in the meantime, if you're a brand new TBR customer, brand new, I will send you one of these. You'll get one, and I'm going to send you a free one, is what I'm trying to tell you, because I want you to have a backup, because we're going to transition to something that's not a part of this line. Okay. The other 3 pieces are powders. They are powders. And this one is a greens base product, but it has 6 different blends in it. Okay. So you have in here, it's a done for you gastrointestinal primer. It's already done for you. You don't have to source fermented greens and digestive enzymes and pre and postbiotics and alkaline spices and fruits and vegetable extracts and all the good things. And it's all organic. Like, you don't have to put all of that together. But this is where, so I put this in like a little bit of cold water and drink it like a wellness shot. That's what I do. Very green tea tasting, turmeric-y, gingery. Okay. This is the one that went into my luggage, and I didn't have it since Sunday. And I was like, because this is where you are helping your liver on a level I almost can guarantee you've probably never supported your liver on this level before, because it is so concentrated, and the supporting of the actual healing and sealing of your gut is crazy. So when Sue is doing a total body reset like this, you're bringing down the inflammation in your gut. You're allowing your leaky gut to start to absorb nutrients again. You're giving your liver all of those amazing fermented greens so that your liver bile can now become thinner again, and you have flow. You have flow through your system, and your liver is sitting there going, thank you. Now I can help you regulate the glucose in your blood. Thank you. I can now help you actually metabolize fat in your body. Thank you. I can now help govern your hormones, and insulin, cortisol, GLP-1, ghrelin, leptin, they're all hormones. And your body, your liver says, thank you. So that's the 4th piece. And this is a powder, and the other 2 are powders as well. So this is your probiotic 5 live strains. I put them on my tongue, just like that. This is an orange pixie stick, designed to target your visceral fat. Why is she losing inches in her trunk area? Why is she measuring and losing inches right here? Visceral fat. So when you can pinch fat, when you can see fat, like at the inside of your knees or on your arm, you can see that fat. That's not visceral fat. That's just annoying. That's just like, ugh, I don't like the way my arms look in that blouse or that tank top. That's annoying. Fat that is from under your boob all the way down to your hip socket and across is called visceral fat. So yep, you've got your muffin top. That's normal. That's, you squeeze your muffin top. Perfect. We all have a little muffin top, right? Muffin top. The fat underneath, that's literally pushing out and giving you that muffin top, is the fat that you want to get rid of. So when she says I've lost 3.5 inches in a little over 90 days, that is because she's losing it from way down inside. If her A1C is down, that means that her insulin has come down, her sugars have come down, and now she's burning fat. So that 10 pounds, she's burning actual fat in her body. And now in 3 months, she's going to retest because they just took her off of Met, and she'll retest in 3 months. So stay the course, right? Stay the course. And that's why I'm always like, you guys, think in terms of, and I will put together a PDF for you. I really will. I'm going to do that this weekend. Kind of a good, better, best scenario to help people get started where you need to get started. Because you can do different thought processes, right? And I help people customize that. But if I can make that more clear for you, that's what I want to do. But with the total body reset, just as an example, when you are a registered customer and you purchase $150 or more 3 months in a row, you get $75 off your 3rd order. I've had many people do that now for 90-day rounds for a full year and get $300 off. amazing. Like nobody else is doing that. That's crazy. And then you're unlocking free shipping and all the good things. Do 90-day rounds and do exactly what Sue did. Do you hear what she literally did what I told her to do. She measured. I didn't even measure when I started on the orange pixie stick because I didn't believe it was going to help. They launched this for the sports nutrition line. And basically it's scientifically studied. They studied this on humans for over a year, which is unheard of. Companies don't do that. They do not take their money and pour it into research and development for that length of a time. They just don't do it because it's very costly. But they did, and they could see that it kept on helping. It kept helping and kept helping and kept helping to get that visceral fat down. Amazing. So that's what the total body reset is. If anybody wants to know more, just put TBR in the comments and you can see it for yourself and I will help you, yada, yada. Okay. But that's what she's talking about. That hopefully explains liver, okay. And then metabolism, probiotic, and insulin sugars. Okay. If you have questions, let me know. You told, okay. So you told your doctor, I follow Kirsten Liebelt and she teaches no sugar, no grains, no legumes, plus supplements are organic. Learning how to trade out foods. So you're so awesome. Marilyn, she says, welcome home. I'm late, but we'll catch the replay. That sounds great, Marilyn. You're amazing. So how do you get your supplements and how much? Okay, I'm going to show you that exactly right now. So Tracy, if somebody starts with the entire total body reset, it's like $259. Okay, that's the total body reset. If somebody wants to start with just bits and pieces or whatever, people do that too. Sometimes people just want to do liver with the gut primer. They do the gut primer, they do the orange pixie stick, and they do the tablet. That would then be, I think it's like $157, something like that. But let me just show you where you can look at things for yourself. I will do that, Tracy. I will get you that information. So my website is my first and last name.com. It's super easy. It's at the top of every profile. Like my website is everywhere. KirstenLiebelt.com. I'll just put that on there. And when you go there, you're going to see free resources. You're going to see a way to get into the Facebook group. You're going to see everything. And it's designed that way because Monday through Friday for over 2 years, we've done this. We get on here and we talk about insulin resistance. And so therefore now you have instant group coaching around what you are doing. It's instant. I'm here, right? Then once a month, we do a free challenge inside of the group where I can dive into food ingredient trade outs. Like Sue said, she's working on the food. You know, it's taking a minute. Listen, I was a turtle with my food, but I got better and better and better. That's just all I did. Okay. So if you put TBR in the comments, if you're on Instagram, you'll get information right away. My website, all the stuff, whatever. If you're on Facebook, it depends on which Facebook you're on. So I jump off and I look to see if people got their information. If you didn't, I send it to you myself. But KirstenLiebelt.com, you'll see my face and you'll see right there, that second button is the TBR. Right underneath there is, here, I'll do this. So total body reset, second button. The third button is the liver reset stack. So what that means is that is the 3 pieces out of the total body reset for your liver. But if you look at the total body reset, I'm going to tap it right there, second button. You'll see my before and after. You'll see all of the products in one cart. You'll see it all in one place. Make sure that when you're looking, you see all of those products in one place. Go all the way up to the top of the page. Click on the person icon, register with your name for your free customer account. Then you can add everything to your cart. When you've purchased the total body reset, if you do it while I'm live, you can just come back and tell me you grabbed it. I'm going to send you a free bottle of the Glucose Health, the one that they are reformulating, because I want you to have a backup. And, you know, just to let you know, all of you OGs, you refer somebody to me, they'll get a free bottle. I'll send you a free bottle. Like, I would love to bless those who are my VIPers. I already do stuff like that with, auto ship and whatever, but I am so grateful for people that will journey with me and that I get to journey with. Like, this has been a really good ride. Like, this has been really fun. So anyway, you'll see everything all in one place. Canadian. It looks a little different in Canada, just to let you know. And I cannot export an extra bottle to a Canadian. I'm sorry. I can't. That's illegal for me to do that because your government allows certain things and doesn't allow certain things. So I can't do that. But anyway, but then here's a 9-minute video. I'm going to have to redo this coming up here shortly because of the change in, the one of the products that we're going to switch out. But here's a video of me explaining how I take the total body reset of what does that look like, and break it down because some of you just want a little bit more information. But then you'll see free resources and you'll see my story typed out right down here. All this writing that you can't see very well. That's a part of my story. How I was raised by a type 2 Italian dad, and, he died at 63. And that to me was the beginning of like me questioning the medical community and all of these pieces, and being pre-diabetic at 50, not wanting to take his path, because his path was in his 50s during that decade. He just increased medications, medical procedures, and then he was dead at 63. So he had a really trashy decade. Dialysis, throwing up, all of the ick. And I took my 50s and I went, oh crap, I got to do something. I'm a 2X. I don't feel good. I'm such an addict. But I'm going to end up like him if I don't do something. And so I took the route of supplementation. And I'll be honest, it wasn't because I thought, oh, I'm going to get healthy and I'm going to be a granola person. And no, it was, for me, it was my path of least resistance. What can I do? Oh, I can pop a supplement. Okay, fine. I'll tell my mother, don't worry about me, mom. I'm fine. Like, that's how lame I was in my own thinking. I was not very mentally strong to deal with any of this. So that's just the way that is. Leslie, yes. Well, Leslie, okay. So Leslie, you're in Australia, so you can't even order from my site. I'm so sorry. I know. Isn't that crazy though? If it's over 150 though, Leslie, as somebody that's in the US, shipping is free. Susan says, that's great, Sue. Got to go. See you later, Terry. You too. Have a great weekend. See you Monday. I'll be here Monday. So good to see you. Leslie, aren't you you're in Australia, right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I might be wrong. You never know, right? Never know. Okay. Who else has questions? I don't want to miss any questions. And I want you to be able to implement something for yourself over the weekend. Like I always tell you guys, when you hit the weekend, try something, anything. Like, even here's a free recipe for you. Try something that will help you be a little bit more of a meal planner. You are in Australia. Yeah. You can't order. That's not going to happen, I don't think. And especially, unfortunately, it's like, and I've talked to Australians before. I wish that our products matched up with what you were able to get over there, but it's not. So unfortunately, you have to really piecemeal. Like, I've had one Australian look at the gut primer and she's like, I can't get anything even remotely close to that in Australia. And she's tried to piecemeal it at some of your whole food type stores. I know. And governments are just different with their ingredients that they allow. It's a government conversation. So I know. But let me give you guys something free for the weekend. Because if you will do anything for yourself, just continue to take imperfect action towards what you know can help your body produce a different result. I'm telling you, you'll take back your health. So KirstenLiebelt.com, here's my face. Let's scroll up past my before and after picture right down here. By the way, here's an Amazon link if you guys want to know anything about like the vibration plate that I have, or my magnetic cases that I use and travel with, those types of things. Maria Emmerich's cookbook, 30-day ketogenic cleanse. But right underneath my picture, here's a bunch of free resources right here. Contact information and Facebook group is down there. But here's my free resources. So there is a free keto lasagna recipe right there. Okay. Now, this is the idea originally came for the way that I make it is not Maria Emmerich's recipe at all. But the idea for using sliced deli chicken meat is Maria Emmerich. Like, she came up with that idea. I think she was probably the original. I don't know. She was original to me. And it is amazing. If you like lasagna, like, this is amazing. Instead of using lasagna noodles, you go and you buy sliced deli chicken breast. You can get really good sliced deli chicken breast. It doesn't have to be crappy ingredients. And if you're having them slice it for you, ask them to slice it on a number 2 on the slicer. And you're layering that instead of noodles. You guys, your family will freak out. They will be like, this is so good. And you'll be like, I know. And that is a really great, it's a great mental concept to have a pan of something in your refrigerator for the week, for yourself, to chunk out a little piece of lasagna, go have your lunch, whatever. It makes it so that you're not like just like hurting your brain trying to figure out what to eat next, etc. That's just a meal prep thought process. Oh, Leslie, I wish I could send it to you, but I can't. That would be illegal because then I would be an exporter. You can have, if you know somebody in the States, they can purchase it for you and they can ship it to you, but I can't because I'm an actual business owner connected to the company. I know. And if I find out that I can sell in Australia anything, I will let people know. But again, I can't sell what's available in the United States to you, but I could sell what is in Australia available to you. So I know. I've had so many amazing connections with Australians. So many. Who? What do you mean, Leslie? Yeah. Oh, meaning you don't know anybody in the States? I know. Gosh, I wish I could be an exporter, but I can't. It doesn't work that way. That would be going against your government, and I really like your government. Like, I want to go to Australia someday. So I'm just telling you. But anyway, so all right. I'm going to be back on Monday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to work on a PDF this weekend to try to really kind of help break this down for people so that you do have maybe a better mindset around how you want to move forward with getting different results. And for everybody who dropped TBR, I'm going to jump off and I'm going to see if you, on the different platforms, if you got what you were looking for, and if you haven't received it because maybe my little bot thing isn't working on that platform, I'm going to personally send it to you. Make sure you've got all the information, and then we'll move on from there. So anyway, have the best weekend ever, you guys. Do something for yourself. Be really proud of yourself. And I mean, be proud of yourself for sitting on content that will help your health. You have no idea how other people are not doing that. The other day on our live that we did on my Facebook business page, I had somebody who, she is a customer. She's a Total Body Reset customer, has not been able to lose weight for 10 pounds. She's finally losing weight. She tuned in for her own health from the island of St. Martin because that's her level of commitment. She has a different level of commitment towards their own goals. And she wants a change so bad. So if you are hungry for a change, when you're ready, I am ready. I can't create the desire in people, but I can tell you what's true about your biology, and then I can help you achieve what you're wanting to achieve. So again, What was it that Sue said? Let's end on this. So she started the total body reset like 4 months ago. Her A1C was a 6.3. Now it's a 5.7. She's not on MET anymore. I'm not going to say the full name, MET. She's going to have another test in 3 months to make sure that that's the right decision with her and her doctor. She's down 10 pounds. This is so exciting. And she's lost 3.5 inches total. And that 3.5 inches is no joke. That's visceral fat loss. That's inches lost under her boob down through her hip. That's the dangerous fat that emits inflammation and hormones and keeps you in a hormone somersault. So get rid of the visceral fat so you can stop the somersault. Okay? Super exciting. Thank you for sharing that, Sue. You're amazing. You are amazing. That is beautiful. Yes, Leslie, you talk to your doctor. Absolutely. Talk to your doctor. All right. Have a good weekend. See you Monday. If you have any questions between, let me know. Okay. Don't ever hesitate to ask because I'll just help you. See you later.